Hey Devin, did you know that buying a house is super easy?
Is it?
Yeah, 100%. Like once you get your pre-approval, then you go and find the house, and then once you find the house, you go under contract, and then you go through inspection, and then you go through.
Whoa. I thought you said this was gonna be easy. I'm stressing even listening to you.
I mean, I thought it was pretty easy.
I'd rather just rent.
So maybe there is some stress when it comes to buying a home, but guess what? That's okay, because anything in life that's actually worthwhile comes with stress. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to deal with the stress of buying a home through our 5 R's for a remarkable home buying experience. Break this down into 3 parts. It's going to be the what, the why, and the when. The what is just that, what it is that I'm referring to when I give you that first R. The second one is why. Why is this relevant to your home buying experience? And I'll go into details. And then the last one will be when. When should you actually start taking action on that particular R that I've given you? Let's go ahead and jump right in. So your first R is research the process. Now, what do I mean by research the process? When I say research, I literally mean just that. Study, research the process. Start going on Google or ChatGPT or call Elon Musk. I don't know, whatever you're capable of doing. All jokes aside, actually research the process. Get an idea of what the process looks like start to finish. And sometimes that might be talking to somebody who's been through the process prior to. Sometimes that means talking to family or friends, someone who already has a home, somebody who has bought a home in the past, which would be the exact same thing as already having a home. Either way it goes, just start researching the process, start talking to friends. Now, why is this important? Because once you kind of have a better idea of what to expect, you can lower the anxiety that can oftentimes come with buying a home because you don't know what's happening next. But if you've done your research, you know, okay, once I get my pre-approval, then I can go out looking for houses. Instead of calling a realtor and saying, can I go look at this $570,000 house? And the realtor saying, where's your pre-approval? And you saying, what is that? So research the process. Now, when should you actually begin doing this? Right now. Do it right now. I don't know why I was like this. But yes, start your research now. It is never too early to start asking around. It's never too early to get on Zillow. It's never too early to get on Google. Just always know that preparation is key, and failing to plan is planning to fail. Let's jump into number 2. Your second R is going to be reach out to partners. What do I mean by partners? The partners that you're going to have throughout this process. Your real estate agent, your mortgage lender, and that's really all you need, believe it or not. Once you have your real estate agent and your mortgage lender, and really you could just get away with a good real estate agent. Why is it important to reach out to your partners? Because you want to make sure that whoever you're going to be working with throughout this process is actually a good fit for you. Don't just call in to a local brokerage and say, give me who you got. Because sometimes you might not get the best agent. The agent that's sitting around on their phone at the brokerage, it's probably not one that's doing a whole lot of deals. Absolutely no shade. This is just my thought process from being in the industry. But yes, you want to ensure that whoever it is that you're working with is going to be a good fit and is going to be able to get you from start to finish in a professional way. Now, when do you want to do this? You want to begin reaching out to those partners when you're ready to take that action, when you're no longer concerned about conserving your credit score, because guess what? If you are applying for a mortgage, you are going to have your credit score looked at. It is reality. You can't protect and cover your credit score your entire life. People got to look at it. We have to look at it, as well as reaching out to your real estate agent to start getting you through that process. I'd say no more than 3 months out 3 months to immediately, depending on where you are in the process. If you have a lease that you need to break and you're concerned about that, that can be discussed with your real estate agent. Sometimes there are changeable ways to plan that out accordingly. You can also talk to your leasing office and see what the options are as far as you breaking your lease and all that good stuff. Your third R is going to be rely on your professionals. Now, what do I mean by that? This is more so for when you're actually in the contract. Once you have chosen your teammates or your coach, even, trust your professionals. If your agent advises you that this might not be the best move when it comes to your escrow, trust them. I promise you, you won't regret it. I mean, or you might, I don't really know, but that boils back to ensuring that you have the right person on your team. Why is it important to rely on your professionals? More often than not, your real estate agent, your mortgage lender, they have seen various scenarios and they have the experience, if you've chosen right, to help you navigate whatever it is that you are going through. For example, I have seen scenarios where I've had a buyer and the seller that I was working with on that particular contract tried to hold my buyer's escrow and essentially just take it. Because of that experience, I no longer have the worries of putting my buyers in a compromising situation, especially when it comes to escrow, because I know how to navigate those waters. So trusting and relying on your professional to be the professional that they are. Even in another instance, when it comes to your mortgage lender is going to be aware of particular programs and is going to be able to help you navigate, so that way you don't end up in a compromising situation, unable to buy the house. So rely on your professionals. When should you do this? All the time, whole time. From the moment you meet your real estate agent to the moment you talk to your lender, rely on your professional and know and trust that they have your best interests at heart. And if you feel like they don't, get rid of them. Buying a house is too significant of an event for you to be working with somebody that you do not believe has your best interests at heart. And sometimes people's feelings get hurt, but that is not your problem, nor should it be your care. Because at the end of the day, the entire transaction is about you, your lender, your realtor, the inspector that's going to be coming in at some point during that transaction, unless you waive the inspection. We are here to serve you. And that is the primary thing that you should be able to keep in the back of your mind and know with confidence that your team is there to serve you. And if you at any point feel as though they are not, you are not wrong for wanting to pivot in another direction. Respectfully. Hey, what's going on? Sorry guys, I know I hate interruptions too, but this was absolutely essential that I get this out of my system. I just want to say first and foremost, thank you so much for taking the time out to watch my video. There are 1,000,001 other things that you could be doing, like petting a dog if you have one or whatever the case is, but the fact that you've taken the time out of your day to watch my content really does mean the most to me. So first and foremost, thank you so much for that. The other thing too is that I wanted to let you know that I am based in Tampa, and if you or anyone you know is looking to either buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the Tampa area, which is one of the fastest growing markets since COVID in the state of Florida, I am more than happy to help. So if that is the case, please feel free to shoot me an email at alicia.westrealtor@gmail.com. You can also find my socials at Alicia West Speaks on Instagram, and that's really all you need, and I promise I'm gonna let you get back to your video. Thank you so much for allowing me to take the time out to stop it, and I'm gonna let you guys get back to play. Let's roll it into number 4, relax through preparation. What do I mean by that? You know by now, because you've done your research and you've reached out to your partners and you're relying on your professionals, you know at this point that there are going to be quite a few things asked of you. But because you have done your research and you know what's coming up, you can relax through preparations. If you know that your lender is going to be asking you for your 1099s, have them on hand. Speak to your accountant. Make sure that you have your files in order. Ensure that you're clear on what things are actually important to you so you can articulate that to the professional that you have chosen to work with. Why is this important? because of this entire video. There's stress associated with buying a home. So the more prepared you are, the more you can relax. The reality is this: buying a house can get discouraging if you're being hit with situations that you're unaware of. You're having to scramble last minute because you didn't properly plan, so you don't know where all your documents are. There are just a number of situations and scenarios where the home buying process can be stressful, and the best way for you to navigate it is to already be prepared. When should you relax through preparation? Right now, immediately. From the moment you start the process, just relax. Already have everything in order to give to your lenders, to communicate with your real estate agent, and just know that you're going to get to the finish line, and you can literally just relax. Take things day by day. Once again, relying on your professionals as well, and just relax and just know that the end result is coming to you as long as you take the proper steps. And number 5, remember your purpose. What do I mean by remember your purpose? Just that. Remember why you got started. Is this a property that you plan on leaving to your children? Are you the first person in your household that is buying a property? Is this the breaking of a generational curse? Why did you actually get started? Were you thinking of accumulating more income through assets? What is the purpose here? Why is this important? Because referring back to what I just said, the home buying process can be stressful, but when you keep the end goal in mind, you know to keep moving forward. There's a saying that goes, when the why is big enough, the how doesn't matter. Meaning, if your why is big enough, that reason, that drive is important enough, you'll figure out the parts. At the end of the day, the outcome is more important than what you're currently going through. When should you remember your purpose? The moment you start to feel stressed. Think to yourself, okay, this is really irritating me. However, I know that I want to leave this property to my children. I know that I want to create more cash flow so I can retire my parents. I know that I need to get this done because I need to be able to show my children that they can buy their own properties. Just keep your purpose in mind. I know that we have covered a lot, so let's do a recap. Your first R was research the process. Before you get started, make sure that you've actually done your research and you have clarity on what to expect. Your second R is reach out to partners. Find your real estate agents that you plan on working with. Find your lender, talk to your real estate agent and your lender about who else you would utilize to include your inspector. If there is, really, that's pretty much, the real estate process really isn't as complicated as a lot of people make it seem. Reach out to your partners, gain clarity on who you'd like to work with. Your third one is rely on your professionals. Once you're in the process, ensure that you are working with somebody that you can actually trust, and rely on them to tell you the truth, to move with integrity, and actually communicate with you throughout this process. So that way it goes that much smoother. Your fourth R was relax through preparation. Knowing that you already have everything in order and knowing what's coming up next and what the next steps are will allow you to relax so much more as you go throughout this process. And number 5, remember your purpose. Even as you are walking into this process and you start to feel yourself getting stressed, remember why you got started to begin with. I hope that this was helpful, and let's cut it to the Creators Corner. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thank you so much for taking the time out once again to watch this video. Creators Corner is something I just came up with, and it's just me giving you a little bit of feedback about what I found out behind the scenes as I was creating this video. So I will say this: one of the biggest hacks as a content creator is to not stop the video every single time you make a mistake, and just know that you can edit it out, and to get out of your own way, because there's a lot of times where I'm like, I want to stop this video, and then I'm just like, nah, it's whatever, I'll edit it out. So that will save you a whole bunch of time, because there was a time of where a couple videos back, it took me literally 16 hours to edit it because I had done 15 different clips. Instead of just shooting all at one time, I'd done like 15 different clips and I was trying to piece them together and like organize them, and I couldn't remember what went where. So it took me literally 16 hours to edit a 19-minute video, which was nuts. So Creators Corner gem, if you will, or takeaway, just record everything all the way through. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can edit it out to your liking when it's all said and done. I hope that was helpful. Let's finish this out. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please let me know in the comments. Also, shoot me a message. Let me know if there's anything that you would like to hear or like to know when it comes to the real estate process, whether that's buying, selling, investing, whatever the case is. Shoot your questions to me. I would love to help. I hope you guys have a phenomenal day, and I will see you guys at the closing table.